So this stone-cold villainess just waltzes into our boy's frontier life, packing some serious skills. And just like that, our guy finds himself in an autumn game, ready to save the villainess from a nasty end. Ragna Brave, our main character, is already drowning in paperwork, because apparently even sword and magic worlds have bureaucracy. Sebas lays it on thick. The mansion's practically empty, and Ragna's holding the bag as the new lord. Turns out, the Brave territory is monster-infested, war-torn, and basically the noble world's dumping ground. Who knew Ragna was secretly a paperwork whiz, family full of warriors, and tragedy struck just a month ago. Our boy Ragna is not happy about inheriting this dump, wishing he could just go back to dungeon diving. But his loyal butler informs him that he has another duty to fulfill, since this territory is broke and relies on outside support. As the new lord, Ragna has to attend the academy in the capital, brown-nosing other nobles for aid. Ragna asks if he can just skip it, but the butler says there's something else to discuss. And just like that, a marriage proposal gets dropped on our guy. Turns out, the other nobles hate this land so much that Ragna's brother's fiancés were relieved when they died. But our boy's having none of it, ordering Sebas to decline, because royal duties are cramping his style. Turns out, the marriage proposal is from the Oldwood family, who keep our guy's territory afloat. And just like that, bam, all the memories of his past life come flooding back. Turns out our white-haired king got reincarnated into a game. Not just any game, but an autumn game where the capital becomes a war zone. And if that wasn't bad enough, he remembers the villainess, Alicia Oldwood, daughter of the very family who proposed the marriage. But this ain't no ordinary villainess, folks. Alicia's got a serious superiority complex and makes it her daily mission to bully the commoner protagonist. Naturally, the protagonist gets closer to the prince, which only makes Alicia ramp up the harassment until they duel for his hand. And if I recall correctly, our girl gets absolutely bodied. Stripped of her engagement, Alicia gets shipped off to marry some frontier noble. Wait a minute, that's my family. This is the worst possible outcome, if I end up living with that noblewoman. It's gonna be non-stop verbal abuse, and now I gotta go to the academy with her. Is there no escape from this despair? Sebas, be serious for a second. Why would a lady raised for the crown prince end up here? Probably just a convenient way to get rid of her, right? After all, the Brave territory has a high death rate. Sebas lays it on thick, reminding our boy that everyone's busting their butts to support the Brave family. Meanwhile, a servant announces the arrival of the lady. Sebas greets her warmly, then lays eyes on our scarred MC and nearly chokes. But he recovers, and the others casually brush it off as a common sight in the territory. They explain that scars are totally normal here, especially for soldiers and adventurers. But one guy thinks her scar is perfect for a life of shame, and wonders why she doesn't have a maid. Alicia arrives in a tiny carriage with only one bag. An attendant can't help but notice her defeated expression. He fully expected her to throw a noble hissy fit. But Alicia just brushes off a bit of dust like it's nothing. Our boy notices 100 demon bugs clinging to her, physical manifestations of the hate she's received. He realizes that to endure this level of animosity and still maintain her composure, Alicia must be more than just a spoiled noble. The mage realizes that Alicia's villainous behavior might be due to the twisted nature of this autumn game world. See, even after her engagement fell apart, Alicia's hatred only grew, leading her down a dark path to becoming a monster. And that's when it hits our boy. If he doesn't do something, his territory is toast. But if they're both doomed anyway, he figures he might as well try to help her find some happiness. because ultimately, my guy just wants to resist the fate that's been planned for him. So, like any good protagonist, he decides to do his best to defy the odds. This dude's pure smile hits the villainess harder than she expected. Unbeknownst to everyone, something new is blooming in her dark little heart. Our boy is still determined to resist this messed-up world. And just like that, we're back at the mansion, where Ragnar is catching heat about a dragon. Turns out, this Onyx is a mountain-dwelling dragon who apparently blessed the land. Alicia's still getting used to the weirdness around here, but they assure her she'll get used to it. Alicia's diving deep into the books, untangling their finances like a pro. And with a sigh, she's almost got everything sorted. Sebas is impressed, calling her a talented woman, and noting she's actually pretty normal when not fighting demon bugs. But before Alicia can move on to cleaning, Ragnar steps in. He reminds her that she's part of the Brave family now and he'll handle the chores. What a good kid. Turns out a weapon shop suspiciously opened right when Alicia arrived, staffed by royal capital folks, probably to keep an eye on her. Ragnar's told to be careful, because apparently some skilled folks are lurking about. Turns out, one of them roughed up an adventurer for being too arrogant. And just like that, we get a magic lesson, because this world is overflowing with magic essence. Suddenly, boom, someone crashes through the door looking for trouble. This absolute Chad casually asks what they're doing snooping around. But the skinny rat just wants to silence Ragnar, because who would miss the naive third son? The skinny rat gets casually decked into next Tuesday. He coughs up blood, but still manages to call out for his lord. The fat lord introduces himself as a magician and asks about Alicia. He monologues about his gift and how Alicia is under his control. What a creep. Our boy is enraged, realizing this guy is the reason Alicia is suffering. He explains that Alicia is loved, works hard, and lives freely with a smile. Everything the balding potato tried to steal from her. The skinny rat is losing it, ranting about how he's been cursing Alicia every single day. Our boy casually heals the adventurer's arm, then makes an offer. Spill the beans on who's behind this, and he'll spare the pest's life. Turns out it's the Duke's family, and with that intel, the skinny rat gets what's coming to him. And just like that, it's over. Sebastian, clean up this mess, would you? Our white-haired king has a question for Sebas. How can he keep Alicia close when they go to the academy? He wonders if he'll even fit in at the academy, and if he'll ever feel something again. With their feelings growing stronger, the night deepens as she makes sure Ragnar is prepared for the academy. Meanwhile, someone mentions that today is the transfer exam for the academy, and the school director is a big deal, a member of a prestigious ducal house. Unsurprisingly, he passes, told that his bloodline is just fine. Then the director casually asks if he wants to join the upper class. Of course, our boy wants to protect someone, so he accepts admission into the upper class, despite protests. One of the teachers gets scolded for questioning the director's decision. The headmaster lays down the rules. Ragnar and Alicia can stay together, but they better behave themselves. Alicia, ever the worrier, peppers Ragnar with questions about his well-being and that new uniform. Meanwhile, our boy reflects on the entrance exam he didn't exactly sign up for. He tries to explain his unique magical abilities, but struggles to put it into words. Alicia, bless her heart, tries to lighten the mood with promises of delicious, nutritious meals. Another girl chimes in, offering to handle any troublemakers at the academy, but strictly no violence. Seems like enduring mental pain is a rare quality, even among hardened soldiers. Oh, they peep the scar from her duel, and who's that handsome guy standing beside her? Our boy Ragna just casually knocks a dude unconscious with a little killing intent. Is everyone from the mainland this fragile? Meanwhile, the old mage is lost in thought, reminiscing about a beautiful girl and the pinnacle of nothingness magic. And wouldn't you know it, the peanut gallery recognizes her. It's the heroine. Correctamundo. She aced the trick question just as you'd expect from the sage's pupil. Seems someone's having a rough day, lamenting cracked glasses and the horrors of autumn game tropes. Desperate to avoid the spotlight, she tries to pawn off her seat, but our girl declines, playing it cool. She wonders who exactly the heroine was battling, but knows better than to pry into a lady's past. Ragna, meanwhile, is inspecting the damage and realizes it's a hidden barrier. Turns out he's using holy magic, just like the royal capital's guardian barrier, casually dropping that he can cast without incantations. And just like that, he shows off his skills, shaping the barrier into all sorts of forms. Apparently, Ragna can even decide what the barrier lets through. But like separating sugar from coffee, some things are just impossible. Speaking of coffee, Alicia casually mentions they're out. Turns out, Alicia made a friend at the library who loves coffee as much as she does. And who should be working at the coffee shop but Alicia's friend, Mariana. Mariana recognizes Alicia immediately, and then realizes Ragna is in her class too. The noble girl throws a tantrum, realizing Alicia is with a commoner, and demands his execution. Alicia downplays the situation, apologizing for losing her cool, but really she's bummed about the misunderstanding. Turns out, our girl Ragna thought Alicia was a commoner too, bonding over coffee in the library. But plot twist, Ragna missed all the hubbub because she took the wrong carriage that day. Alicia wonders if it was just a coincidence, which Ragna brushes off, calling herself scatterbrained. Ragna drops a bomb. Her parents died a year ago from illness, so she's here thanks to them. Mariana offers them coffee, finally getting around to serving her guests. It's apparently way better than Ragna's, so he jokingly calls her mentor. Our boy is surprised, saying that nobles aren't usually this nice. He remembers getting hit by a noble's carriage as a kid who didn't even bother to stop. His eyesight worsened, so his family started drinking coffee, believing it would help. Mariana is skilled at recovery magic, which is apparently super rare in this world. Mariana explains she mastered healing magic so she could save anyone precious to her. A rude customer demands she open up shop, but she's been focusing on her studies lately. Her friends ask if she's going to the dorms, but Mariana says she's good right here. Alicia is grateful for the support she's getting and promises to reach out if she needs help. Ragna jokes about giving Alicia to Mariana, but he's quickly shut down. Mariana reflects on Alicia's strong, beautiful eyes, just like someone else she knows. And just like that, these two are flirting like there's no tomorrow. Meanwhile, the destined battle between the commoner and the villainess is about to begin. Alicia's even sharing her mixed sandwich, a true sign of blossoming friendship. But where's our boy Ragna during all this? He realizes that being with him will only bring more trouble for Alicia, but what can he do? In the original game, Alicia lost the duel and was banished, but in this world Mariana doesn't have to fight, or does she? But if Alicia didn't lose to Mariana, who beat her? Meanwhile, some random girl spies on our boy, gushing about the prince. Alicia asks Edward for lunch, but he's already got plans. Turns out he's the tutorial boss, the Prince Charming type, and he's already meeting up with the main girl. The main girl shows up, calling him Your Highness, trying way too hard to be polite. She recalls their meeting before school, begging him to call her by name, acting like it's fate. Edward's new admirer simpers, coyly uttering his name. Our boy is losing it. Patricia wasn't in the game, so who is this girl? The peanut gallery groans. She's stolen all the romance targets. Reverse harem, here we come, one of the admirers shouts. Our white-haired king realizes Patricia has triggered every romance flag, which is statistically impossible on a first playthrough. He knows this reverse harem situation can only end in tears, and decides to watch her closely. Seems the Ignite family's second son, Jelasis, knows about the commotion our girl caused. Apparently, this guy is a troublesome character with a dark and heavy backstory. She knows he's dangerous and can change completely depending on your choices. All our girl wants is for Alicia to live peacefully and prevent future ruin. Valzia shows up, but she's the last person who should be scolding anyone for being on the roof. But for our girl, the timing is perfect to ask some questions. Valzia is laser-focused, demanding the principal spill everything he knows about Patricia. He wants to know her origins, her past, her magical abilities, all of it. The principal plays dumb, claiming Patricia was admitted fairly with no secret meddling. Valzia suspects the Ignite family is involved, but keeping tabs on them is the best course for now. The principal sighs, wondering why our boy can't just enjoy his youth like a normal student. But Valzia's resolve is unshakable, fueled by the pride of the brave family bloodline coursing through him. Something is definitely brewing, and it doesn't look good for anyone involved. What's that rumbling? Is the earth itself about to crack? This guy is laying down the law, hurt Alicia, and he's coming for blood. And just like that, the skinny rat changes his tune, demanding our boy prove himself. Apparently, Alicia has a strong fate, but it's currently spiraling into madness. And what's worse, this chaos is about to engulf the entire academy, dividing the country itself. This little girl's destiny is huge, far beyond this place, but right now, she's too weak to fight back. Our nervous friend Patricia is sweating bullets. This is Mariana's first dungeon. Patricia assures Edward she'll protect him, but admits the dungeon is really for getting closer to the targets. Alicia's stoked to be back in a dungeon after so long, while another girl is already catching strays. These stuck-up nobles can't believe a commoner would dare cozy up to Alicia. This academy is for refined nobles, after all, and some people need to be driven out, apparently. This arrogant bluehead blames Alicia for letting commoners into the academy. Alicia steps up, willing to take the hate, but tells them to leave the other girl alone. Our boy calmly warns them that they can't win against him or the sage's disciples. Skinny Rat scoffs, saying he's going to enjoy his coffee, despite finding her unbearable. Alicia's friend apologizes, admitting she got caught up with a weird person, but admires Alicia's strength. The balding potato wonders aloud if they should kill both Alicia and her friend for mocking coffee. Alicia apologizes for dragging them into the dungeon, but Ragna is already geeking out over the traps. Ragna casually explains his millimeter-perfect magic barrier. Turns out, Ragna's barrier was born from near-death experience and sheer willpower. Instead of being scared, the white-haired kid calls the dungeon a nice place and invites Ragna to summer boot camp. Brave-style boot camp, huh? He's so hyped, but also tells the MC not to kill him. Our boy wonders why monsters vanish in a mist here, and figures the ancient sages are behind it. Mariana's conjuring up something truly insane, it seems. What awaits our heroes beyond the leap? Seriously, what is this place? This scenery does look familiar, probably the lowest level. And just like that, they triggered a teleportation trap. Where on earth did you even get a pickaxe? But hey, at least they remembered to bring snacks. They're surprisingly calm, considering falling to the bottom is usually game over. Alicia's still rattled, pointing out they're beyond the curriculum and off the grid. Does our boy know something they don't? My guy casually reassures her they'll be fine. They just need a breather before diving into the dungeon's depths. Apparently, Alicia's got villainous potential, but more importantly, they need a pendant deeper inside to complete their strategy. This sacred relic is the key to saving the country, hidden in the deepest chamber. Time to snag it. They just need to beat the golem guarding the exit, activate the teleportation circle, and they're home free. Easy peasy, right? Except plot twist, no golem in sight. Could that be the exit already? One of the girls is about to call out when she sees it. Our boy is stunned, at a total loss for words. Another teammate asks the obvious question, what is that thing? A mage recognizes the immense power radiating from it. He orders the dragon and Fenrir to step back, fearing it's a demon. Someone mentions Alicia's name as the demonic power declares victory. The demon mocks the defeated noble, calling him a disgrace to his family. Patricia comforts the defeated Alicia, who is still reeling from her loss. Then she turns to Ragna and asks if he can use Aqua Veil like them. Our boy is seeing red, promising to make the skinny rat pay for traumatizing his fiancée. Unsurprisingly, Ragna is already on the move, closing the distance in a blink. And just like that, he lops off the dragon's head with a single strike. But wait, that's not all, something else is falling, and the skinny rat wonders why a headshot didn't finish the job. The demon mocks him, daring our boy to even try and land a hit. He's too slow. Turns out arrogance is a fatal flaw, who knew? Ragnar starts to burn from the inside out, and it looks like it hurts. Gal realizes the demon's power isn't natural, someone made a deal. Desperate, Ragnar reaches out, hoping to identify the source of the magic. But touching it was a mistake. Looks like self-destruction is on the menu. The poor girl can't hold on any longer. The skinny rat wonders who is controlling such a destructive force. Alicia is finally calm, and she thanks Ragna, but something's clearly wrong with our boy. Our heroes think they can finally head upstairs. But Ragna's already locked onto the sensation of that magic power. Coughing, the girl realizes that the dungeon itself is being manipulated by someone behind the scenes. Patricia, looking like she was dragged through hell backward, gets immediately grilled about the sacred artifact. The skinny rat grovels, confessing he couldn't recover it. Turns out, our boy Ragna Brave crashed the party, ruining everything for this balding potato. Now Patricia's whole villainous plot is toast, and even her blackmail scheme went up in smoke. She's bleeding, furious, and in no mood for apologies, ordering the skinny rat to strip. Meanwhile, a mysterious onlooker realizes Ragna is just like him, a reincarnator who somehow one-shotted the competition. Well, wasn't that a flashy defeat? Our resident white-haired king is getting praised for a job well done. Turns out, the crybaby is her adorable little brother, a rare being carrying a demon since birth. She comforts him, saying it's okay to lean on his big sis, while he admits that dude was way too strong. The sister calls the kid a crybaby just like always, then asks what he wants. Our boy wants Alicia, even if he has to destroy her to keep her forever, classic Yandir vibes. He's told he'll have to kill the MC to get her, but his sister pledges to stay by his side no matter what. The little sister figure is cheering him on, saying he's already won. Apparently, getting love from a cute girl counts as a win in this world. Ragnavel Brave is asked point blank what his goal is here today. But some rando declares he'll carve his will into fate itself, choosing destruction as the answer. Just a credits page. And we're back starting chapter 11 with dungeon training and a pool. Turns out, We're smack dab in the middle of an autumn game episode, and the theme is swimsuits. One of the girls admits she's not a strong swimmer. Classic setup for our boy to play the hero, right? Another girl is skipping the pool entirely. Maybe she's got a secret. Someone else is serving tea, casually dropping hints that only Alicia and Ragnarsson ever call for her. Apparently, this commoner hasn't drawn much hate. Could she be hiding something? Someone's worrying about Alicia, but getting reassured she'll be fine. Famous last words if you ask me. Our boy's out here casually practicing water magic. But some random is shook by the scars all over our MC's body. But the MC doesn't notice, too focused on his training. Meanwhile, someone's trying to spark a conversation with the loner. And this guy's inner monologue is off the charts. He's completely lost in his own head. Our boy is just blunt as hell, like, "Damn, you're ripped." The blonde notices our boy's battle scars and wonders where he got them. Our boy casually mentions the Frape territory, currently a war zone. This catches the blonde's attention, but the silence gets awkward fast. Meanwhile, a student named Alicia is searching for Ragna, hoping to have lunch. Blondie sighs, daydreaming of a vacation with a hot guy. But Ragna shows up, noticing the blonde's dangerous magic leaking out. Looks like our girl Mariana is getting flustered, wondering if summer break means romance is in the air. Her friend nails it. She's worried someone will steal Alicia away. But Ragna, ever the noble idiot, insists on giving them space, fearing criticism for interfering. His friend is having none of it, calling him out for avoiding her. She invites them to work on their summer assignment together, hinting at a secluded spot. Mariana internally monologues about Alicia's loneliness and Ragna's misplaced consideration, declaring this whole situation is giving her heartburn. "Well then, see you after school, Tilda." Then talk to Alicia. I explain it to her properly. Mariana is pretty assertive. "That's a former protagonist for you." Sorry keep you waiting. Just got here too. Go on, come on, Ragna, this way to your seat, Mariana. "Thanks for worrying, but it's about me, totally obvious." "Oh. Well, panicked, okay. You come over on your days off and you even on dates, but at school, you so distant. That's none of your business, we have our own pace, you know." Tilda glance equals. "Woof woofle here, Ragna. Alright'll let's get it'd be awful this homework if you had done quickly'll bring that back to the brave domain, wouldn't it? Hurry and sit next to Mel, you're right. Is it really okay for me to join you? Of course we're short-staffed, so you might have to lend me a hand sometimes. All right, let's get some magic training in Tool." Isn't the Villainess who came to marry the mob noble's family an outstanding wife? HLH. From today, she will be my wife. U8-CR. So begins the story of a villainess who wants to fight against her fate. But first, our guy has to deal with the most fearsome enemy of all, paperwork. His retainer, Sebas, is grateful for the help, since most of the estate's people died in battle. Turns out this frontier territory is monster-infested and constantly fighting with its neighbors. Our boys surprised someone in his family could even do asterisk paperwork, since they were all trained to kill. He just wanted to be a carefree adventurer, not inherit some backwater territory. Turns out, inheriting land isn't all fun and games. Our boy's got limited resources and zero self-sufficiency. To survive, he's gotta schmooze with snooty nobles at the academy and the capital. Can this monster-slaying machine really handle high society? Ragna's already planning his escape, but his attendant has other plans. "Young master," she says, "we need to talk marriage." Marriage proposals, already. Guess that comes with the Lord of the Land territory package. Turns out his brothers also had fiancées, but they were suspiciously relieved at the news of their deaths. Should he go take care of them? Ragna's solution: reject the proposal, grind at the academy, and manage the territory during long vacations. In short, he's going to be so busy he'll probably die. Apparently, this marriage proposal comes from the Duchy of Oldwood, who supply them with the most weaponry and food. Our boy recalls Oldwood from his past life, but wonders why these memories are resurfacing now. Turns out, he's a reincarnator who enjoyed Japanese culture in his past life, though he can't recall his former name. And just like that, he realizes he's living in the world of an automn game, complete with an aristocratic school and capture targets. But what's worse, he remembers the villainous Alicia, daughter of the Oldwood family, raised to become queen. Alicia's got a terrible personality, constantly tormenting the protagonist with her elitist attitude. Apparently, the story goes that Alicia gets publicly humiliated in a duel and dumped by the prince. And as if that wasn't bad enough, she's then forced to marry into some backwater noble family. Wait a minute, is that us? Oh, this absolute Chad is not having it. He's picturing a life of constant nagging and insults, especially since they'll be attending the academy together. Sebastian reveals the real reason for this political marriage, to bury Alicia and send a message. The old man reminds our boy that the entire Brave house is counting on him to step up. The carriage arrives, announcing that the former noblewoman has reached her destination. Silence. The young master welcomes her, then can't help but stare at her scarred face. He's clearly uncomfortable, but one of the other men assures him it's normal in the Brave territory. The lady's burn is likely from a duel, and it's quite a big scar. One of the noblewomen thinks to herself that her pretty face being ruined is perfect for living in disgrace. A small carriage and just one piece of luggage. Yeah, things aren't looking great for the Duke's daughter. Our boy notes the defeated look on her face, like a prisoner of war. He leads Lady Alicia inside, but something feels off. He thought she'd be acting all high and mighty, but she asks him to wait a moment, so polite. She apologizes for the dust on her clothes. Is she for real? An entity born from someone's grudge turns into a curse, demon bugs, and Alicia's got 100 of them clinging to her. This many demon bugs represents the amount of hostility directed at a person. Damn, girl. If a normal person had that many demon bugs, they'd be straight up bugging out, but Alicia is surprisingly calm. Maybe Alicia's very existence is being warped to keep things exciting in this automn game world. Even after the engagement was broken, she held on to her hatred and made a deal with the devil. And if things continue like this, his territory is doomed no matter what, but he's gonna help her turn over a new leaf. If they're doomed either way, it's better to just stay positive. Our boy declares he wants to fight against this world. This guy tells her not to worry about a thing, promising to do his best. And she can't help but wonder when the last time someone gave her such a carefree smile was. But what's secretly growing in the villainous heart? But let's think about this from another angle. Why would a Wookiee? Alicia has been cooped up in her room for 5 days now, simply eating the meals brought to her. Meanwhile, our guy is busy exterminating demon bugs, casually sending them flying with magic. The demon bugs are drawn to Alicia's heart, apparently, but our boy has other priorities. He's decided to throw a tea party at the academy to cheer her up. Everyone loves breakfast, right? He barges in, ready to start the day. Turns out he broke the door. Good thing our white-haired king is a pro at repairs. Alicia tries coffee for the first time, but it's way too bitter. Sugar helps, but she's still not a fan. At least she's eating something. Turns out the snack our boy is munching on is monster meat. Alicia wonders if the other woman goes to all this trouble for everyone. She explains that the Brave family values tenacity above all else. Alicia is told that scars are a point of pride, not shame. And then she invites Alicia to take a walk. Naturally, Alicia accepts the offer. Our boy leads the princess deeper into the mountains than she expected. He explains this area of the Udana mountain range holds resources not found in the capital. She brushes off a dark story about people betting on his father's death. Even in this unfamiliar place, she's trying to fit in, taking a breather. He explains the pristine water is unique to the Udana mountain range. He reveals the Brave family motto, understand your enemies and allies to survive. She's seen the faces of the people here, and it's nothing like the rumors she's heard. But it's okay to laugh, even if the people of Brave territory don't. You say don't laugh, then tell me to laugh, she says, calling him strange. He calls this place his favorite view, but then offers a snack. Our boy must be hungry. He's not used to honorifics, so she can just call him Ragna. If you make a decision, accept the outcome, but still end up regretting it, what do? This guy gets real philosophical, musing about the pain of choosing one path and losing another. The Duchess admits she's lived only for one purpose, and losing it would mean losing herself. Is severing these feelings impossible? He wonders, before Alicia chimes in with some encouragement. I'll protect you from now on, she declares, leaving him utterly speechless. Our boy Ragna, smooth as ever, stumbles through a promise to protect her, admitting he even practiced the line. He concedes he might have been overthinking things, but appreciates her straightforwardness all the same. Our boy Ragna's ready to protect Alicia from anything, but she's distracted. Because Onyx the Black Dragon just casually appeared to witness their vow. Alicia's so moved she faints. Talk about a dramatic first date. A few months later, Alicia's living the simple life, gardening instead of villainessing. Turns out, redirecting funds from education to chores makes Alicia a domestic goddess. The head maid wants Alicia to stay home, but she insists on sharing her harvest with everyone. Alicia hands Ragna a strange gift, a collar that his younger self apparently wore. She jokingly threatens him with chores if anything happens to Alicia. And just like that, they're finally off to the royal capital. Ragna, getting his first glimpse of the capital, asks Alicia a favor. Our boy needs a crash course in train tickets and riding the rails. Naturally, Alicia teases him about getting lost in the crowd, joking about putting the collar on him. Arriving in the royal capital Etha, they learn it houses over 1 million people under a barrier made by an ancient sage. His companion confirms the dorms are separate for boys and girls, and she's already excited. But surprise, the dorm is a rundown shack miles away from the school. Turns out, this was all part of Sebas's plan to humble our boy and convince the nobles he's no threat. A letter from Sebas explains that he could only ensure Ragna and Alicia live together. He also needs to pass the upper-class exam at Ethernam Academy, which is filled with nobles of all ranks. Our boy is ready to face whatever this academy throws at him, even if the setup is kind of vague. He tells Alicia that if it's a contest of skill, they've already won. But as the teacher points out, being late doesn't exactly scream upper class. The examiner's already annoyed. He just wants our guy to hurry up and show him some magic. And just like that, my guy unleashes his power. Everyone's stunned, wondering if he passed, and what the heck just happened. Turns out our boy has a knack for magic, but that's getting shut down real quick. Magic is off the table for this next test. Swordsmanship only, and failure means game over. Suddenly, our guy calls out the teacher for using an iron sword when he's stuck with wood. But wait, who's this? It's the school principal making an entrance, good or bad, who can say. Thanks for reading, folks. Credits and shoutouts to the team behind this epic story. Looks like the author's treating us with some bonus content. Ragna's already thinking about souvenirs, coffee beans, naturally. Turns out Mariana went a little overboard prepping for school and bought way too many beans. Alicia's eager to share with the whole Brave family and learn some coffee-making secrets. But suddenly, a familiar voice cuts through the piece. It's Patricia, identifying Castor von Pentagram, the Prime Minister's son. Turns out this sage isn't just anyone, she's got a couple of favorites. And they're not who you think, as Patricia and Castor get some love. Wait, this wasn't in the game. Meanwhile, our boy is down bad, promising Patricia a council nomination. Can he even pull it off? But Edward isn't the only simp around, as another classmate lays it on thick. He's been crushing since the trading company. Looks like Patricia is playing these dudes like a fiddle. Finally, she can sleep easy tonight. So she's been plotting with Castor since they were kids. This girl is playing chess over here. And from behind the bushes, the purple-haired noble lady thinks to herself that peeking on someone's kiss is terrible manners.